Hi everyone, Justine Froelker here, Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And this week's team training, I'm going to pre-record it because it's the week of Thanksgiving. And let's be realistic, everyone has a crazy schedule this week, so I thought pre-recording the training would be best, and you can kind of watch it on your own time. Download YouTube Red so you can download it and listen to it whenever you're doing whatever you want, and you don't have to have your screen on. You can be doing dishes and prepping dinner, whatever. Best way to do your training, okay? YouTube Red is totally worth the money. Anyways, so this week's topic, I'm going to talk about making the time for your business even in the crazy holiday season, which at the end of the day is just going to be making time for your business in the crazy busyness of life. Because the older we get, the crazier busy we get. My team knows I loathe the excuse, I don't have time. I've worked very hard myself this last year to change my language. I mean, even last night I was talking to my new website people and I said, I will make the time for that tomorrow. Do I have the time for that tomorrow? Nope. My to-do list is literally over 20 things long. I will make the time for what is a priority. So I have 7 things to share with you for this training of how to fit in your Plexus business, your network marketing business into your crazy busy life, but especially during these holiday seasons, because I just know how crazy it is. So number 1, make the time. Focused time on your work. So like literally turning off everything, closing all the other windows, making the space to sit down and do your work. And maybe even structuring that work like we're doing in our power hours. Like we are literally setting this up to set aside the time and make the time to work your business. And you have accountability with us to sit down with people doing the exact same thing. And we're helping you structure it. 20 minutes on reach outs, 20 minutes on follow-ups, and 20 minutes on training. Like we've done the legwork for you. You must still sit down your butt and turn off everything else and make the time to work your business. Now, does it have to be an hour? Absolutely not. During this busy season, you may not be able to make an hour. Never ever discount the power of how much work you could get done in 5 to 15 minutes. 5 minutes while you pee. Freaking send off a message. That's focused time. And you can get so much done in network marketing because you're doing it from your phone, which you have in your hands all of the time anyway. So making the time, don't get super tripped up also that it has to be this hour or 4 hours of work, because then when you build up that in your head and you cannot figure out how to fit that into your day, then we tend to be our own worst enemy and not do any of it at all. And that is going to totally backfire on you. Break it down into 5 minutes. Break it down into 15-minute increments. If that's all you've got today, work it in your 15 minutes, but make it focused time. Turn off everything else and be realistic about what is real income producing activity, right? Scrolling Facebook is not. If you need help with that focused time, number 1, ask for help. Ask for help from your loved ones. Like if you are needing help from your spouse to do a little bit of the morning routine so that you can work your Plexus business, you need to ask for help. If you need to be realistic that you don't have that help, then you find that time during nap time or when they're at daycare or when they go to bed, and you sacrifice something else and you make that focused time. I know for me, working so many other businesses at this point and having so much on my plate, time blocking apps are really, really, really helpful. So I close all the windows on my screen on my computer. I turn off my notifications on my phone. If I have a lot going on and I am suspecting stuff coming in, I will use time blocking apps. My favorite are Clear Lock, because it lets you pick which apps are locked for a certain amount of time. So literally, like I like to use that one for my self-care, to be honest. Like, so my when I'm doing my Bible apps or my reading, I will set up time lock. And so that even if I see that a text message comes through, if I try to get it when I'm locked down for 20 minutes to do my scripture time in the morning, and I try to get to that text message, my phone will literally say, you are locked out of this application for the next 15 minutes. To unlock, you have to reboot your phone. I ain't got time for that. Or Forest is another great app. You literally plant trees and you set the time limit. And if you mess with your phone at all during that set time limit, the tree dies. And it sounds silly, but it's totally traumatizing. You want to grow trees. You want to grow a forest. So like, be realistic about how your brain works, how your life is set up. Be realistic with the boundaries you need to set up in setting aside, making the time of focused time to work your business. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, make the time. Is this a priority? And it's okay to say that your business is not a priority during the holidays. It's okay. It's okay to say that. If you need to say that, you don't get to complain about your lost wages, because that's what's going to happen. When we don't work our Plexus business, our network marketing business, of any network marketing business, it's going to shine through in your paycheck. If you're not following up with your customers and your ambassadors, they won't get their orders placed. They won't stay consistent on the products. Your personal volume will be affected. Your paycheck will go down. So make the time asking yourself, is this a priority? And if it's not during the holidays, you need to give yourself permission for that. And you don't get to complain that your paycheck is affected. There's a ton of power in residual income. You can absolutely take time off from this business, because that's like the best part of it. If you're not actively working it will go down though. It's not free money. It's just not. One of the other big pieces that I want you to think about in asking yourself, is this a priority, is to really shift that mindset that are your excuses, do you need to shift them into your priority? The excuse of, I have too much going on at work. I have so much family in town. I'm so stressed out. I need more sleep. I'm getting terrible sleep. I have 5 games for the kids. I can't miss anything. Like, turn your excuses into your why, because it does not take much research into this industry of network marketing for you to realize that if you make this a priority, you will have freedom. You'll have more time to sleep because you don't have to be so stressed out and at work all the time. You will have more time for the kids' activities because you chose to sacrifice a little bit right now into your network marketing business to grow that time and financial freedom. Know what your priorities are. Don't apologize for them. They're not going to be the same as mine, and that's okay. Is your business a priority? Number 3, make the time. Yeah, see, it's pretty much every reason, but every reason has different bullet points behind it, or underneath it. So number 3, make the time. This is a job. I'm willing to bet if more of you treated this like a job, you wouldn't be complaining that your business isn't growing or that your paycheck's not growing fast enough. Because I can complain that my paycheck's not growing fast enough if I didn't put in the hours, or I didn't meet a deadline, or I didn't meet the expectation, or something that I committed to. Yeah, my paycheck's going to be affected. I would never not meet a deadline for a boss. I would never not do something that I committed to doing if I was working in corporate America. Are you treating this like a job? And it's okay if you're not. Like, this is a hobby for a lot of people, or just to get their products paid for. And that's so okay. We love those people on our team because it helps you stay on the products, and that helps our businesses grow still too. So like, it's okay if you want this to be a hobby. If you want this to be a job, if you want this to be your ticket to financial freedom, you have to ask yourself if you're treating it like a job. What would that be like? What would that look like? And that, again, is going to look different for every single person. And that's okay. Grace and ease, okay? Number 4, Make the time. Number 4, the glory of this business is that you can absolutely work this into the nooks and crannies of your life. Like I said, you pee and poop on Plexus quite a bit. Work from your phone during those times, okay? If you get to an appointment early, work from your phone. If you don't go to bed for 15 minutes after the kids go to bed, work from your phone. Stop watching that one show. Don't watch another episode. Work. The glory of this business is you can work it into the nooks and crannies of your life. It's amazing. And you can even have time off and still get paid. Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing part of this business, residual income, to take time off and still get paid. The question is, if you want it to grow, how much do you have to make up for those days off or taking time off? So one of the things that I have learned, especially like with the TED Talks and things like that, like I have not been as consistent on my 5 reach outs every day, my 3 follow-ups every single day, because that's really how I've been working my business for a long time. Like I do that at least 5 to 6 days a week, but with TED, that's not been possible. It's not been my top priority. And so there will be those times during the week that I have not done reach outs for 3 days in a row. And so I sit down and send out 20. And I sit down for a whole hour and only do reach outs. I kind of make up that time because my priority is to make this business grow. And I absolutely need this paycheck at this point. So I will make that, I'll make that time up. I'll make up that work because I give myself permission to work it into the nooks and crannies of my life. I give myself permission to take a day off because I believe in a Sabbath. And I give myself permission to take time off when there's too many other things on the plate or there's things that are of higher priority that day. However, because I want my business to grow, I will make up that time that next day or in 2 days. I will make up that time by reaching out to more people because I didn't do it the last 3. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 5, make the time. Use your time wisely. And I am so guilty of this. And to be honest, the new Facebook algorithm has really, really helped with this because when you are working the Facebook algorithm in your favor, you're warming up the algorithm for 10 minutes before you post, and you're engaging for 10 minutes after you post, which means you have to be very, very mindful of what you're doing on social media. There's no longer the days of scrolling Facebook for me. I am checking those people's pages that I've been talking to about Plexus, my dream teamers. Those are the pages that I'm going to comment and engage with them so that my stuff is showing up on their page. Building relationships, because that's what this is about. Because scrolling Facebook is a time suck. It's also a way that we numb and try to escape our freaking lives. It is not income producing activity. It's not income producing activity. So be mindful of using your time wisely. Scrolling does not count as work. And frankly, scrolling Facebook is horrible for your mental health, especially if you're only being a voyeur and not engaging with your friends and family on social media. That's a whole other freaking training call. Use your time wisely. What can you cut out? I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I definitely don't binge watch anymore. It is not a useful way of, it's not useful in my time. Got it. I just don't. And if I do, I'm watching a show with my husband or one that I love, and I'm still picking up my phone during the commercials to check messages and shoot stuff back. Because again, I want my paycheck to grow. I want to help more people. I want a business that is sustainable and going to last me a lifetime. I want a legacy business. So ask yourself, what can you cut out? It does not need to be self-care. I guarantee that you need to make more time for self-care. You need to cut out scrolling Facebook. You need to cut out binge watching. You need to cut out gossiping, things like that, okay? Garbage in, garbage out. And how can you make more time? You cut those things out, okay? So like using your time wisely, be honest and realistic about what those things are. Number 6, make the time. Be realistic with your life and your other priorities. Give yourself grace. There will always be seasons in our lives that there's a lot of shit going on. And your business has to go a little bit on the back burner. And you go into what I call management mode. Maybe you're not recruiting as much because you're managing your current business because there's other priorities on the front burners. That, again, is okay. Within the same space that this is a job and that you must accept responsibility for it. It's that permission of the and. Give yourself grace and accept responsibility that this is your business. And if you want it to sustain, you must put work and effort into it. And also be very realistic about what your responsibilities are and what your life is like right now. So that's especially important during the holidays. It's good and important to take time off during the holidays with your family and friends, for sure. What's probably not okay and what you'll just beat yourself up about after the holidays is if you completely don't touch anything from your business for a month, 2 weeks even, a week even. You'll regret that and you'll see it reflect in your paycheck. Be realistic with how your life is set up. If you've got a lot of stuff going on right now, give yourself grace and permission to put it on the back burner. And at the same time, accept responsibility to not sit in the shit, to not avoid your business, to not use everything going on in your life or those hardships or the crazy things as an excuse not to work your business. Because in reality, again, back up to the top, your business is your priority because it is your answer from your excuses. Accept responsibility for that and also give yourself grace. Last one. Number 7, bottom line, make the time. Enjoy the holidays. It's the holidays. And we know, those of us in Plexus, we know the holidays are so much more enjoyable because of Plexus. 1, because of our paycheck. 2, because we're really healthy. 3, because we have control over our food and cravings and urges. So enjoy the holidays. I know for me, I will also be using my business as a way to cope with the stress of the holidays because I really enjoy my business. And it's a good way for me to practice balance and moderation of not too much time off, not too much overindulgence, not too much family, to actually work my business still. Know that if you don't work your business, your paycheck will reflect that. And at the same time, give yourself permission to really enjoy this time because that's important. And that is, again, the glory of this business. So I know that some of these things that I said will piss some people off. And that's okay. That's all right. And also know that that's not about what I said. It's about how you're reacting to what I said. And that's about you, not about me. And so just ask yourself, what is this bringing up for me? What is it really about? What's the story I'm making up? Because when we're honest with ourselves about those things, we can get out of our own way and really make this business work for us. So all I ask from you this holiday season is to be honest with yourself about what your priorities are, to match your words to your actions, to choose your busy, because we're all busy, and to turn your excuses into your priorities. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your feedback, so comment below. Feel free to share this with your teams. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Thanksgiving, happy Kwanzaa, all of it. Find your balance, variety, and moderation within the holidays and within your businesses. Say no to some things, set boundaries. You won't regret it. Thanks so much.